Hello and welcome to the first lesson of Learn Python for Economic Computation. We're going to go through Hello World today and learn how to print string objects and save string objects that we could also print. This seems really simple, well, because it is. So your introduction is pretty easy getting going. We're going to basically understand how it is that a computer reads an object. In this case, the object is a string, which is a type of data. You can think of string as something that you would read, right? You read strings like letters, characters, alphanumeric. And the computer, when it sees a string, is just reading the string. It's not taking a command from the string unless you tell it to take the command from the string. It's not seeing the string as an object pointing at something else. Okay. And so if you're in lesson 1, which is the is going to have the first chapter, it's going to be the first block of code that you see called Hello World. And we're just going to print Hello World. Okay. Now you're going to want to save this before you before you run it. So I already have the file saved here. I'm just going to save over it. And now I'm going to run it. And when I run it, it prints in the console Hello World. No surprise here. Okay. What happened? We called the print function, which we can call. I just click print and press Control I, and you can see here you pass values to the print function, and it prints whatever values you have. There are other options that you can include when working with the print function, like SEP. We'll look at that. You can also use the print function to write to a file, for example, like a CSV file. But there are also much more convenient ways to write a CSV file, so we won't be spending much time doing anything like that. But we will work with some of these options here. Okay. Now let's go through. We're going to run through 2 more scripts. The next script is pretty much the same thing. It's Hello World, but it is Hello World with a single quote. You'll notice Python isn't especially particular about whether you use single quotes or double quotes. As long as you're consistent about the starting and the ending, it'll let you use either. And so we can print Hello World again with a single quote. Okay. We're going to save. This time Hello World single quote will be the name of the file name. Save over. Let's run it. And you can see here, Hello World is the same exact thing. So Python, as long as you're consistent, it's going to interpret the quote mark the same way. So that's a pretty easy step into the world of programming. Now let's do something actually a little bit more interesting here. We're going to save an object, okay, and we're going to save a string here. So we're going to call this Hello Jim, and I have here Hello Cam. It can be hello whatever your name is. I'm going to go ahead and just use Hello Jim here, and we're going to have a message, MSG. We're going to say that message equals Hello Jim. Yeah. And now when we print it, we don't write the whole object. Instead, we call Hello Jim, MSG. Okay. And we could print it multiple times. I could print it twice if I use a comma. So this is a little bit beyond the lesson here. But let's use several commas, and you can see here if I print MSG multiple times, I'm going to print Hello Jim in one line, and then again Hello Jim, Hello Jim, Hello Jim. And that's because I use these commas to separate the object MSG. Okay. So if I typed MSG in the console down here, in the bottom right where my mouse is, type MSG, you can see here it says Hello Jim. I can type it multiple times. I can make a tuple like I just did. And we're just using the console to enter these. But notice that it reads that as a tuple, right? I could just print in the console just like I did up here. And then you get the same output. Okay, so one more time I'll run it. And you can see the result of Hello Jim. And notice I forgot to do something. I forgot to save the file, so why don't we save it as Hello Jim, or hello whatever your name is. And now you've finished the first lesson. Next lesson, we're going to go through string methods. So there's going to be a number of different methods that we use. And the way we call these is by entering a dot. I'll give you a quick preview here what I mean by a method. So here I have MSG. If I type MSG, it says hello Jim. If I said MSG.upper, it would give me all caps. It would scream at me, hello Jim. If I said MSG.lower, it'd give me all lower, hello Jim. So the string object has these options that you can call in order to change the string itself, how it's going to be presented when you print it. Okay, so we'll look at those and some other ones next time and get a little bit more comfortable with strings.